Okay, wonderful, class. You did a wonderful job. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, man. Okay, so we just had a lot of fun with our discussion, object of the discussion, and also warm up, right? We learned how to use software to practice our pronunciation. We learned how to dump videos, right? With our own language. Okay, good. Now, let's move on to our real thing. Guided practice. So that means I gotta work together with you, okay? But before we move on, let's review a little bit. Okay, about stress or emphasis. When do we stress something? When we speak. Joshua.
Well, you do it to, like, when you're making a point, you want to say what's important, so you stress it.
Oh, good. You want to say something that is important, right? Man, what about you?
Make it more exciting.
Make something you said, no, I like apples. Okay, good. And also sometimes maybe you want to make a contrast, right?
Yeah.
Black and white. I'm short. He's so tall. Okay, it's a contrast. Okay, good. Sometimes you want to tell the difference between different things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at a few examples to to learn how to use stress in our communication, right? Okay, number one, let me read the sentence and you tell me first which word should be stressed and then I'll show you the answer, okay? Number one, ready? Being an only child has its advantages. I get all my parents' attention. Which word should be stressed?
Um, uh, all?
All? What do you think, man? Only?
Nah. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
parents.
Parents? Yeah, parents' attention. I get all my parents' attention, not teachers' attention, not friends' attention. Okay, let me read again. Being an only child.
Only.
Oh yeah, maybe only can be, right?
Yeah.
Advantages. I get all my parents' attention. So only child gets how much attention? All attention. So all is should be emphasized, right? Let's see the answer. Bing. Being an only child has its advantages. I get all my parents' attention. Well done, Joshua. You got right one. Man, you got one. Good. Let's look at number two. Before I left the home and I came here to study, I used to visit my grandparents about twice a week, but now it's much more difficult. So before I left the home and I came here to study, I used to visit my grandparents about twice a week, but now it's much more difficult. Now look at it, sir. Joshua, guess which one should be emphasized?
Before?
Before? Okay. Man, what do you think?
Twice or maybe difficult.
Twice and difficult? Okay, let's try. Before I left the home, I came here to study. I used to visit my grandparents about twice a week, but now it's much more difficult. So, what?
Much.
Okay, what does the speaker trying to say to emphasize?
He was trying to make a contrast, like
Make a contrast. That's right. You got it right.
More than something.
More comparing. Okay. Also, he talked about actually things in two different period of time. Before and
After.
after. That's right. Good job. Okay, let's see the answer. Bing. Yeah, before and now. Right? This is a contrasting. Okay, number three. Ready, Joshua?
Yes.
My grand, who lives on her own, is always so pleased to see me. I read again. My grand, who lives on her own, is always so pleased to see me. Which word? Look at the board. And
Pleased.
pleased. Yeah, pleased. Not sad. I don't want to see you. Okay, man, what do you think?
Me.
Me. So pleased to see me, not others. Good job. That's a good thought. Okay, let's read. My grand, who lives on her own, is always so pleased to see me. I think both of you got, some rhyme maybe. My grand, who? Who is that person?
My grand.
Yeah, my grand, not my dad, not my mom,
Not
my
grandpa.
friend. Yeah, that's my grand. So let's look at the answer. Good. Yeah, my grand, who lives on her own, is always so pleased, not so sad to see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my grand, not but anybody else. Who's that person?
My grand.
My grand. Live. How does she live?
On her own.
On her own, not with others, but by herself. So we want to tell who and how, right?
Yeah.
And the other how. So this is more like emphasizing. I want to tell you, okay? This is what I want to say. The last one. You ready, guys? Congratulations. Let's move on. Next one. Both my parents are architects, but my mom gets more work than my dad. This time, maybe main first. Which one should be emphasized?
I don't know. Maybe both mom and dad.
Both mom and dad. Why do you think so?
Because one woman, one man.
One woman and one man. Joshua, what do you think? That's a
More.
good try. More. Okay, but my mom gets more work than my dad. Okay, I think so. For me, personally, I think it can be. It can be, emphasized. It should be maybe.
Yeah.
What about, do you think we should put emphasis on their job?
Right?
Emphasis on their job?
I
No?
suppose
Yes or no?
yes.
Maybe yes?
Like you want to know what
Maybe
kind of
both.
work?
Yeah, what kind of work? Are they teachers?
No.
Farmers?
They're
No.
architects.
Okay, we want to tell people what kind of job they are doing, and so that we can compare, right? You can say both my parents are architects, but my mom gets more work than my who?
Dad.
Dad. We want to compare who? Mom and dad, right? Compare mom with dad. And also, we want to tell people what kind of work they do, right? So let's see the answer. Bing! Both my parents are architects, but my mom gets more work than my dad. So we compare, contrast. Also, we want to emphasize what kind of job they do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, do you like it, Joshua?
Yes.
Yes. Mayo, how about you? I
Yeah.
heard you, right? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So review again. When do we use emphasis? When do we put stress? When we communicate?
When you want to when you want to point out something.
Point out, then
Compare.
compare. What else?
Like you want to make something look more important.
Yeah, make something more important. Good job. Or sometimes, if you want to say something
Sensible.
sensible, maybe you want to express a strong feeling. I'm so excited about that. I'm not so sad about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Joshua. Wonderful job. Boom. Thank you, man. Good job. Thank you.